the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no off, you better call back up. I'm running it down to finish, I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no.
Coach, just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Leonard Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Leonard Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Ready, ready. 30 pace. Let's go. Rip. Slam, slam, slam. 80 weapon. Ready, go.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Not the touchdown they wanted, but, hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for the Titans. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Buying time to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cortland Sutton, 61 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 80 weapons. Jump.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath, it's Coleman. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now the 2nd down throw on target. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Jets.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's the way. Kill.
On the run, it's Fournette. Able to slither by, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Bryant has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Heavy on the edges. X3, 218, chopper. Check 59, Mike.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Mike, 34. Cut.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's got Evans. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the edge. Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Mike, check, 59.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Alert. Let's get off the field, D.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Jason Myers on for the field goal try. He was a Pro Bowler with the Jets a year ago. Myers' kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
1st down, Jets.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. It's complete to Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And this is Latimer, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. They were looking for Johnson that time.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't come into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Red, up.
Check 99! Check 99!
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, check right 34! Right 34! Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Let's go, A.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. He was covered by Trey Williams.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
16.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, 18.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Lynch able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
He's mine.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I got it.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Trubisky now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
And watch that. And watch the ball. Alert.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Mike Evans there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Second and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
6-6.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Trubisky. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big run there by Johnson, 45 yards. They come out here in the I. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 2 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Coming to you.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Trubisky will throw. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
36. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check 59, Mike.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming.
Now Trubisky to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing here, Trubisky. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys.
And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Alert, 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 alert. Not today. Switch.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. A big run there by Johnson. 41 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Trubisky on third and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run with Fournette. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Fournette. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Again, it's Fournette. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for second down. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Nashville.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof.